Welcome to installment number 337 of the Mitzvahs as enumerated by Maimonides, the Rambam. Today we have 5 commandments, starting with positive commandment 187, which is the obligation to kill the 7 nations that were living in Israel at the time that the Jews entered Israel after they fled from Egypt. Secondly, we have negative commandment 49, which is the inverse, not to allow any of these members to remain alive. Now, the exception was that if they agreed to keep the 7 Noahide laws, as well as that they would not worship idols, they did not need to be killed. So, of course, as we see, as knowing the reasoning, that the purpose was that they should not lead the Jewish people astray, they should not influence them in any bad way, and therefore it was extremely important to do away with these people when we got there. Now today we have no idea who these 7, we have no way to identify these people, to know who is part of these nations. Everybody's been so mixed up over the years. So of course there is no way to do this. Next we have positive commandment 188, which is the obligation to kill every member of Amalek. This is one of the sons of Esau, who did a terrible thing as the Jewish people came out of Egypt, and the Jewish people were in a terrible state of vulnerability. And here God did incredible miracles that made everybody so fearful of them. And what happened? And then Amalek quite literally took the fear of God out of everybody and made it, and attacked the Jewish people. And it made it seem just ordinary to be able to attack the Jewish people, although people were so terrified to do so. And this was such an incredible act of chutzpah that we are required, number 1, to kill them. Number 2 is positive commandment 189, to always remember what they did to us. And the inverse of that, negative commandment 59, is not to forget. Now, this act of chutzpah obviously was something that was so severe, and we therefore have this all these commandments that they need to be killed. We must remember what they did to us, never forget what they did to us, which is actually an interesting, way of saying things. Remember and forget. If I'm remembering, then I can't forget. If I'm forgetting, then I can't remember. And these apply to the 2 different ways that we must act upon this. Remembering is verbally. We must verbally say what they did to us, and this will thus help us to remove that aspect. The forgetting part is actually something that's in our hearts. The remembering is in our words, in our lips, in our verbal. The forgetting part is in our hearts. So by us verbalizing what they did to us, this verbal affirmation is what will help us forget it in our hearts. Now, beautiful little Hasidic twist to this is that when the Amalek, what did they do? As we just said, they took the fear of God out of the people around them. They cast doubts as to the Jewish people. Here, everyone was sure that their Jews were untouchable, and then they casted doubts. And these doubts are representative of the doubts that we can have within ourselves. Each and every one of us have our moments of doubts, have our moments of uncertainty. And this is what we are told: cast it away. You must get rid of it. Get rid of any type of doubt you may have in your heart, lest you forget. You must remember to get rid of every single ounce of doubt you might have inside of you, whether it is that you were created by a God who believes in you, whether it is your own self-doubt, or whatever it is. Get rid of your doubts of whatever type they might be, to be the best person that you should be. And in addition, we are told that all these acts that they did, that in a negative way, we must reverse them today. We must have that same chutzpah that they had. We must have that chutzpah when it comes to doing the right thing, when it comes to doing good things. We must reverse their terrible acts and turn them into acts of goodness. Have a wonderful day.